In the last day, that great day of the feast, Jesus stood and cried, saying, if any man thirst, let him come unto me.
Let him do what?
Let him come unto me.
Let him go to Islam.
Let him come unto me.
Let him go to Buddha.
Let him come unto me.
Hinduism.
Let him come unto me.
Egyptology.
Let him come unto me.
What's that? Let him come unto me, man. Read.
And drink.
And what?
And drink.
And cast off.
And drink.
Read.
He that believeth on me, as the scripture hath said.
As the scripture has said, man. Not as not as all these other different things, but as the scripture has said. Go ahead.
Out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water.
Out of his belly, meaning his mind, shall flow rivers of living water. What's that living water? The wisdom, knowledge, and the understanding that was given unto us, man. Right? Proverbs 5 and 15.
Proverbs chapter 5, verse 15. And it reads, of what?
What's going on, King?
What's going on? How you doing?
Can I ask you one question? All right, brother. Right, you guys chosen people, King. Read.
Proverbs 5 and 15. Drink waters out of thine own cistern.
The Lord commanded us.
Drink waters out of thy own cistern.
It said, drink waters out of thy own cistern, man. Meaning where the waters was given to us at, that's where we supposed to drink from, man. That's where we supposed to get our wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. But our people love going to everywhere else upon the face of the earth to get their knowledge. Right? Our people will trust in the so-called white man's knowledge before they trust in the words of the Lord. Our people will trust in the Arabs' knowledge before they trust in the words of the Lord. Our people will trust in everything else before they come to their own people and get wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Even these pastors now, still to this day, what do? They go to these seminary schools. That's ran by who? None other than the so-called white man. They get what? Waters from them. Right? We got to stop doing that. Right? And drink waters out of our own cistern, brother.
Drink waters out of thine own cistern, and running waters out of thine own well.
See that? And that's what we got to do. Why? Right? Give me Deuteronomy chapter 29 and 29.
Deuteronomy 29, verse number 29.
Bring it out.
The secret things belong unto the Lord our God.
It said the secret things belong unto the Most High God, man. They belong unto the Lord. Those secret things, guess what? They belong unto the Lord. Right? Go to Amos chapter 3, right, and verse 7. Right? It said the secret things belong unto the Lord. Go ahead.
The secret things belong unto the Lord our God, but those things which are revealed being unto us.
Being unto who?
Being unto us. So I belong unto us.
Read that again.
But those things which are revealed belong unto us.
It said, but the things that are revealed, guess who the Lord reveals them unto? He reveals them unto his servants, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans who are actually the children of Israel.
Right,
so
right.
That's who he gonna reveal it to. He's not revealing it to damn what's that place over there? The Vatican, right? The monks and the different so-called quote-unquote elders up there in the Vatican, man, and the Pope and the Roman citizens and all these other different freaky ass niggas, man. Right? He's revealing it to who? Hey, his people. Right? That's the advantage that you have being an Israelite. You understand? Because who's the understanding going to flow out from? It's going to flow out from who? God's chosen people, the Israelites. Right? Even Paul told you that, who everybody loves. Right? Read that one more time.
Deuteronomy 29 and verse 29.
Bring it out.
The secret things belong unto the Lord our God.
Right? Now, you guys chosen people, all right? Be safe, King. You too.
But those things which are revealed belong unto us.
Right? I said they belong unto us. Right? It was talking about a very specific people when they say this. He said they belong unto us. It didn't say the whole world. Who's the us? The ones that was in the wilderness, which was who? The Israelites. Go ahead and bring this up.
Book of Amos chapter 3 and verse 7. Surely, Lord, the Lord God will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets.
See, that it said he revealeth his secrets unto who? Unto his servants, the prophets. Right? And really, in context, when you read this from 6 on down, it's really saying what? Before anything on the earth happened, what does the Lord do? He warned them. Who does he use to warn the people? His servants. You read it literally throughout the entire Bible. When what happened? The prophets of the Lord, which was all Israelites, will come forth and do what? Warn the people. Whether it was their own nation, right? What's going on? What's your nationality, King? Hispanic, bro. We love you, brother. We saved, brother.
Right, right.
You got 1 minute for one question. I just got one question. It's real quick. It's just one question. No. It's just one question, brother. It's just one question, right? So the one question is, right, do you believe in a higher power? Okay. So the one question is, what did the higher power call us?
Right.
And when I say us, I'm talking about our people, me and you. No, not like called you. I said called us. Like, what name did he give to us? Because you got to think about it. The term Hispanic is a new term. That term wasn't around in the ancient world. Even before then, y'all was calling us Aztecs and all type of other different things. You understand? So what did the higher power refer to us as? He wasn't calling us Hispanic or Mexican, Puerto Rican. You sure? I'm talking about us as a people, as a nation. So you believe that the whole earth was just, everybody was the same? Well, no, it's not a question of if we loved everybody or not. My question is, what did he call us? Right, so that's why we are here, just to inform our people about who we are. Because a lot of people live a lot of their life not knowing who they are.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I just got one scripture there you can go. That's cool. All right, one scripture real quick. Go to, all right, go ahead, bring it out.
Isaiah 44 verse 1.
Bring it out.
Yet now hear, O Jacob my servant, and Israel,
And Israel,
whom I have chosen.
Right, so the Lord got a chosen people. The Most High God, the higher power, has a chosen people. Right, and you actually are a part of that chosen people. Right, and the name, what type of Hispanic are you? You asked that. All right, so you would be an Israelite from the tribe of Issachar.
right.
Right, that would be your God-given, your higher power-given nationality, that name that he actually called us. You see what I'm saying? I would be an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. That brother right there, down there, would be an Israelite from the tribe of Gad. There's 12 tribes that the Lord named us. And we got to take back our real heritage. You see what I'm saying? Because our oppressors called us all these other different names. Right, so Lord willing, did you get a flyer? Check that YouTube out, King. And just all we want our people to do is to learn more about our heritage. And get into who we are. Be safe while y'all here, King. All right, brother? All right, go ahead back to what we was going into.
Deuteronomy 29 verse 29 from the top.
Bring it out.
We already read that. This right here. Yeah, Amos. Come.
The book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 7. Surely the Lord God will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets.
Right, say he revealeth his secret unto the servants, the prophets. Oh, that's what we was going into, right? When you read above that, it talk about, right, if the Lord do anything, and then it goes right into that. In context, what is it saying? It's saying the Lord does what? Warns the people.
Right.
Before he do that, right, he's going to give those things into who? The servants, right? His people, the prophets. And then they go out and do such things, right? You read about that in the book of, go to Jeremiah 28, right, in verse 8. And I still want that Hosea chapter 9 and 2.
Jeremiah chapter 28 and verse number 8.
Bring it out.
The prophets that have been before me.
Right, so even the prophets that have been before Jeremiah, read.
The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries.
Against what?
Against many countries. And against great kingdoms. Of war and of evil. And of pestilence. The prophet which prophesied the peace.
Let's sit on that, right? So the point is, since the beginning, right, the Lord has always sent warnings out to the people. Nobody can ever say they didn't know something was getting ready to go on or happen.
Right.
When it comes to as a collective, as a whole, right? Because why the Lord always warns the people, always since the beginning of time, right? You even had Enoch. He was even prophesying about the coming of who the world calls Jesus Christ. Talking about how he will come with the thousands of heaven. You see what I'm saying? What's going on, family? All right, y'all guys chosen people, all right? We got to believe in Jesus Christ and keep the commandments. Right? Go to the book, go back to bring this out in Amos. Hosea.
Hosea chapter 9 verse number 2.
Bring it out.
The floor and the winepress
What?
and the
Winepress
shall not be them.
See, that said the floor and the wine press. What is a wine press, right? It does what? Right? It creates liquid. What is that liquid? Wine. You understand? Drink. Right? Read that one more time.
The floor and the winepress shall not be them.
See, that is said it shall not feed them. Right? Hey, brother. Go ahead.
And the new wine.
And the what?
And the new wine.
Right? This new wine. What's new wine? All these other different doctrines and philosophies and religions that come upon the face of the earth that detour our people away from the power, man. What's going on, family? Let me ask y'all one question, then I can keep going. Is that a bad one question, King? One question real quick. Right? My first question is, right, what's your nationality? Black? What you say? You say black? What's your nationality? Black. All right. What you say, King? Black. All right. It's 3 people. What's your nationality, King? American. So we got black, 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 and American, right? For the 3 gentlemen right here, I give y'all all the money in my wallet if y'all speak the language black too.
Me too.
What's up? What's up, bro?
Right. So the point is, the reason why I say that is because there's not a heritage in being black. Right. Black is just a color. You see what I'm saying? Even if you ask the so-called white man what he is, he's not gonna say white. And if he do say white, and then you ask him a question like that, he could go back and tell you, oh, well, I'm German, or I'm this, or I'm that. Right. European. What do we say? What do we got to go back to? We say Africa. Okay, we're in Africa. So we're 50 countries there. Where we come from? What was our heritage? What was our language? What days did we celebrate? What kind of clothing did we wear? What food did we eat? Right? So we got to get back in tune with who we really are in the last days. Because a lot of our people walk the face of the earth not knowing who they really are. Not even, how you going to know your purpose if you don't know who you are?
Good question.
You see what I'm saying? So what we out here trying to do is to just simply teach our people who we are according to what the higher power says. Y'all believe in the higher power? I would assume. Right? You too, King? You too? You believe in the higher power? Alright, how many of y'all believe in the Bible? You believe? What about you? Hey, I keep it a book, but we family. We family. Yeah, so that's cool. It's cool. I'm just asking the question. What about you? You believe in the Bible? So much? What about you? Same thing? Okay, that's cool. Right? Now, obviously we all believe in God up here. Right? God never called anybody black.
Right.
As a heritage or a nationality. He never called anybody African American as a heritage and a nationality. That came out in 1988. Ain't no way in hell we from Africa and America. You see what I'm saying? Nope. You said what, brother?
Right.
Why you say you was black, brother?
I can go deep. I got a little knowledge.
Okay, all right,
You
brother.
call me with that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they kind of jaw that limit, all right, brothers. But
We the true Israelites.
that's right.
Right.
That's what we trying to teach our people. Because you understand, that's something that you got to hold dear to you. Right? Because when we get called back, obviously we know in society, you know, we get a job or something, people call us black. You got to work the society how you work it. Right? But just calling myself a black man, I ain't calling myself that. They the ones that called us black.
Right.
We was never going around walking, calling ourselves black before slavery. We weren't just walking over in our homeland saying, what's up, black man? How you walk across the street and go like this, somebody, they say, what's good, black man? Nah, we God's chosen people. You see what I'm saying? We are actual God's chosen people. It's the reason why you turn on ESPN and who you see on there all the time. With the exception of 3 white boys, which is Luka, and the one big center dude, Jokic, right, and Larry Bird. All right, they got three people, and then the rest of it, we already know who it is. Right? You turn on football, you run it. You see what I'm saying? The last 4 MVPs were so-called Israelites. It was us. So my point is, right, we got to get back to who we are according to what God said. Now, real quick, you know you're Israelite, right? Y'all just now finding these things out. Real quick question. Who wrote the Bible? What people wrote the Bible? Man-made. Man-made? Well, I mean, everything is man-made.
So what you mean, who wrote the Bible?
No, like, what people? Like, y'all think the white man wrote it? Y'all think the East Indian man wrote it? The Arab man who wrote it? You said what? Say it in the microphone for me.
People that witnessed what they seen with the Bible.
Okay, right. Now, what people was that? Yeah, they was apostles. But what people? What people group? Like I said, was it the Arab man? Was it the Chinese man? Was it the so-called white man? What people wrote it? You said it ain't say? So you think they didn't say what you say? Israelites are Canaan. Today, what are those people? Because they didn't just evaporate off the face of the earth. They still here. You said white people? What did you say? You said what you said? You don't know? All right. Well, we get ready to do this real quick, right? Go to the book of Acts, chapter 21 and verse 37. Right. Obviously, y'all know about Paul, right? Paul wrote a lot of the New Testament. And people love Paul. Let's see what Paul was according to the Bible. Right, bring this out.
Acts chapter 21, verse 37.
Bring it out.
Paul was to be led into the castle. He said unto the chief captain, may I speak unto thee?
Right, he said, so Paul, if y'all didn't know, Paul went to jail a bunch of times, hella times. Right, and right now he's literally on his way to prison.
It's like this.
He's going into the castle, and he's asking one of the chief men. He said, "May I speak unto thee?" Right, but he's saying it in the Greek language. Watch this. Stay with me. Read that again.
And as Paul was to be led into the castle, he said unto the chief captain, "May I speak unto thee?"
So he said unto the chief captain, "May I speak unto thee?" Read.
May I speak unto thee? Who said, "Canst thou speak Greek?"
So the captain, he looking like he confused. He like, how you know how to speak Greek? Why is he confused on why he know how to speak Greek? Watch this.
Art not thou that Egyptian?
Why would he think Paul was an Egyptian? Because he was dark skinned. Right? The ancient Egyptians was what color? Dark. You see what I'm saying? So he looking at Paul, he like, ain't you an Egyptian? How you know how to speak Greek? Obviously, Paul wasn't an Egyptian. Paul was an Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin. Right? Just like you read about in the book of Romans chapter 11 and 1. So my point is, Paul, who's responsible for writing a lot of the New Testament, he was a what? A dark-skinned man.
Right.
Right? Go to Songs of Solomon 1 and 5.
It's the book of Acts chapter 13 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and
It
teachers,
says certain prophets and teachers, read.
as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called nigger.
That was called what?
That was called
So
nigger.
you had servants and prophets in the Bible who was called nigger. That's in the Bible. Right? What they be calling us? That was Acts 13 and 1. We gonna read it again. It's Acts 13 and 1. Right? Read it again.
Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers.
Right? So it was a church that was located in Antioch. Right? You had certain prophets and teachers. Read.
As Barnabas and Simeon, that was called nigger.
That was called what?
That was called nigger.
They were being called nigger. That's in the Bible. Right. You see what I'm saying? They're not teaching y'all that in church. Nope. They're not bringing that out in church. Why? Because they want to brainwash the people to not even think about stuff like that. Because and a lot of people don't even search these things out when you read the Bible. Did you just check to see if it was in there? Oh, I thought you was in there. I was going to say, yeah, see, I ain't lying. Feel me? I'll lie for you before I lie to you. You see what I'm saying? So check me out. Right? You have something? Okay, cool. Right? So with that being said, right, bring this up.
Songs of Solomon chapter 1 verse 5.
Bring it out.
I am black.
I am what?
I am black.
This is King Solomon. Who's King Solomon? Who's he the son of? Do anybody know? Close, but now he was the son of King David.
Right.
Right? So this is the son of King David. Let's see what he say one more time. Read.
Songs of Solomon 1 and 5. I am black.
I am what?
I am black.
Oh, what?
But comely.
You know what that word comely means? It means handsome. Guess what he just did? He just called himself a handsome black man. This is in the Bible. You see what I'm saying? Drop down to verse 10.
Verse number 10. Thy cheeks are comely with rows of jewels.
What's inside your cheeks? Teeth. Read that again.
Thy cheeks are comely with rows of jewels.
It said thy cheeks are comely with rows of jewels. Guess what his teeth was covered in? A grill, jewels, diamonds, Quavo, right? Kodak, right? The brother right here, right? All these different men, right? Our people get money. What they do? They get a grill, right? Rappers, they get a grill in their mouth. They cover it, and rappers, they actually be having diamonds and stuff on their teeth. Guess what? Our kings did the same thing. And they look, when we do it though, they call us what? Man, they're a bunch of thugs, this and that. Not understanding that, nah, our kings did this. It's in us to do these different things. Read on.
Thy cheeks are comely with rows of jewels, and thy neck,
And thy neck with chains of
What
gold.
you got around your neck, brother? Hey, don't take the light off. Take the light off. It's blinding me a little bit. Blinding me a little bit. You see what I'm saying? This is in the Bible, though. These are things that our people are not being told, not being shown, and our people don't do their own due diligence to even read about these different things and actually see these different things in there. That's why when people say they read the Bible and then they tell us it's written by a white man, we know they didn't read it.
Right.
Because if you did for real, you would have seen these different things in it. Right? Go to Matthew chapter 27 and verse 11.
Book of St. Matthew, chapter 27, and verse number 11, and it reads thus.
Bring it out.
And Jesus stood before the governor.
Right? Now this is Jesus. This is who the world called Jesus. His real name wasn't Jesus though. right? His real name would have been Yahushua. He was a Hebrew. There was no letter J during the time when he was walking the earth 2,000 years ago.
Right, right.
And he spoke the Hebrew language. So in the Hebrew, his name is Yahushua, right? But, right, for edification purposes, we're going to call it.
And Jesus stood before the governor.
Right, so Jesus right now, if y'all didn't know, he got locked up too. Doesn't that sound real familiar? We showing y'all a bunch of men that got locked up in these different countries and stuff they was in. Right? Read.
And the governor asked him, saying, Art thou the king of the Jews?
So he's being, what? He's being interrogated or he's being asked questions. What's going on? He's literally in a court right now. This is what's going on. He's literally in court. He's standing before the judge right now. And he's getting asked a question. He said, Art thou the king of the Jews? Saying like, are you the king of the Jews? Watch what he say, read.
And Jesus said unto him, Thou sayest.
That's basically equivalent, right? See, a lot of people get twisted up in the old English, right? He didn't literally say thou sayest back then. You see what I'm saying? For one, they spoke the Hebrew tongue, right? But for two, you gotta put a little salt on it. This was written by quote unquote black men, Israelite men. So when he said thou sayest, that's the equivalent to like, say so, bro. You see what I'm saying? Read.
And when he was accused of the chief priests and elders, he answered nothing.
He did what?
He answered nothing.
They then said Pilate unto him, Hearest thou not how many things they witnessed against thee?
So this is Pilate. He's the top man. He basically rose up and said, you don't see all this evidence we got against you? All these accusers we got against you? You're not going to say nothing? Read.
And he answered him to never a word.
See that? He was in there like, Guess what people do there when we go to court? Us. You feel me? We do the same thing. You see what I'm saying? Cops come around, they know everything. Don't nobody know nothing. I don't know. You feel we all walk away, we ain't talking to the police. Most of them. You see what I'm saying? Right? But, unless your name Woody. Right? But, at the end of the day, the point of me doing this is literally showing y'all all throughout the scriptures that what? These things was written by men just like me and you. You see what I'm saying? Our brother, if we took you back 2,000 years ago or 3,000 years ago to the time of the scriptures, guess what? Brother, it'd have been people walking around with more chains on than you got around right now. You'd have seen a group of priests walking around with a chain so big, Favor Flav couldn't hold a candle to it.
See that?
You see what I'm saying? Literally, and so many diamonds and rubies on it, you don't even know what the name of them is. You see what I'm saying? Because it was literally a law that our priests had to wear what's called an ephod, right? And it was covered in chains of gold. It would be 2 chains of gold around it, right? You read about that in the book of Exodus, right? But the point is, these things was written by us. This is our history book. This is why I can relate to these different things, right? Can a so-called white man relate to the things that we just brought up? No. Right? What about you, brother? What you say? You say no, right? All right, brother said he knows for a fact. Right? So bring this out real quick.
This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 10 and verse 25.
Bring it out.
Then Samuel told the people the manner of the kingdom and wrote it in a book.
What?
And wrote it in a book.
So this is one of our mighty forefathers named Samuel, right? And he told them the matter of the kingdom and he wrote it down in the book. You understand? So people would be like, oh, it was written by men. I would love for somebody to show me something that wasn't written by men. I would love to see it, right? But the point is, who was it written by? It was written literally by, like you said, you actually said it earlier, brother. You said it was written by people that wrote down what they witnessed or what they seen. And that's literally what this book is. That's why it's a history book. And it's about us. These are literally our ancestors writing down what they seeing and they put it in a book. Right? That's good. No one man sat down and wrote this whole thing front to back. No. The word Bible goes back to biblios, right? Which means a collection of books. So it's a collection of writings from our ancestors that got compiled together. That's what the Bible is. You see what I'm saying? Right, read that one more time.
Then Samuel told the people the manner of the kingdom and wrote it in a book.
And wrote it in a book.
And laid it up before the Lord.
Laid it up before for the Lord, right? Bring this out. Start at verse 31, 33.
It's 1 Samuel chapter 15 and verse 33.
Bring it out.
And Samuel said, as thy sword hath made.
Start at 32.
Verse 32. Then said Samuel, bring ye hither to me Agag, the king of the Amalekites.
What?
The
King of the Amalekites.
So Agag was the king of the Amalekites. The Amalekites is a so-called white man. You understand? Chiefly, he's the fake Jews over there in that land right now. Right? The people that call themselves Jewish. Right? So that's who Amalek is. Right? Everybody, remember, everybody got a God-given nationality. There's no such thing as white, black, German, all this other different stuff. Right? Those terms didn't exist back then during this time.
Right.
Right? So let's see what our forefather Samuel did to the so-called white man. Read.
Bring ye hither to me Agag, the king of the Amalekites. And Agag came unto him delicately. And Agag said, surely the bitterness of death is past.
Right, so basically, Agag came to Samuel and said, surely you're not going to kill me, you feel me? Like, you know, you're not going to kill me, right? I know you just going to let me go, right? Let's see what our forefather Samuel said. Read.
And Samuel said, as thy sword hath made woman childless, so shall thy mother be childless among
Cold-blooded. Y'all ain't even catch that for real. Read that again.
And Samuel said, as thy sword hath made woman childless, so shall thy mother be childless among women.
He said the same way. You said what? Yeah, that's right. And that's what happened, right? And when you continue to read on, he literally hewed them into pieces. He killed them, right? This was an Israelite man, or quote-unquote so-called black man, literally killing the so-called white man, or a Agagite, right? Which was really go back to, right, Amalek. You understand? So the point is we just showing y'all all throughout the scriptures how it's about us and our people, and how we actually disliked the other nations, and disliked, you understand, even then, the so-called white man, and we still carry that same thing today. You understand? Right, so the point is, brother, you God's chosen people, you're an Israelite, and this is your book, right? Do you believe in the book so far now? Oh, yeah. You said what? Oh, all praise to the Most High. Most definitely. Be safe out here, kids. All praise. Okay. All praise to the Most High.
Keep what y'all doing, man.
Come on.
Hands up.
All praise. Y'all be safe out here too, King. All right. All right. All praise to the Most High. And hey, we gotta. That's what we gotta do with our people, man. We gotta do these things with our people and show our people and tear these strongholds down.
That's real though.
Yeah.
Like we realize we can do that, man.
For sure.
At the end of the day, I'm gonna keep it established. That's how they prosper.
Right.
They help each other out.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We do some shit. When they get money, we look at them like, man, that nigga ain't nothing. Come on, we got it, they got that.
Crabs in the bucket mentality.
If they got it, they going, oh, you need 10,000 here, here's 20.
Right.
You know what I mean? You just gotta keep that mentality.
Yeah.
That's it.
It start with us.
Yeah, and I appreciate no.
Start with us.
Yeah, best believe by you being out here, bro, you gonna touch somebody. You damn sure touch me.
All praise to the Most High. Pause. All praise to the Most High God. All praise. All praise. All praise. I had to. It was too clean. Right? It was too clean. It was right there for me. Right? But all praise to the Most High God. Right? So, and that's what we got to do while we out here, man. And that's what we do come out here to do. Right? You got fellas like that. And then you got some people that come by and they say, y'all got to change our approach. Y'all gotta do this. Y'all not reaching nobody out here.
Y'all rude.
Right? Brother said it, you said, huh?
Say y'all rude.
Yeah. Right? So all praise to the Most High God, right? Go to the book of Ezra. All right, go to Ezra chapter 4.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Book of Ezra chapter 4, verse number 20, and it reads thus.
Bring it out.
There have been mighty kings also.
What?
There have been mighty kings also.
Where?
Over Jerusalem.
Over who?
Over Jerusalem.
Right? People gotta understand it's been mighty. We've had so many mighty kings, right? It don't make sense, man. Mighty kings that led their people in righteousness. Right? Read.
Which have ruled over all countries.
What's that there? What?
Which have ruled over all countries.
That's why they don't want us to prosper. Because they understand the state in which we can get back to. Which is that a state of doing what? Ruling over all countries, man. Ruling over all nations. Having these other nations in subjection. You understand? Having our foot on their necks, like our forefather Joshua did, man. Right? They understand these different things, and that's the level that they don't want us to reach. Read that again one more time.
There have been mighty kings also over Jerusalem, which have ruled over all countries beyond the river, and toll, tribute, and custom was paid unto them.
See that? And guess what? They, instead of us paying taxes like how we gotta pay taxes now, you understand? What did our forefathers do? Our forefathers had the other nations paying taxes to us, man.
That's right.
You understand? But that's why they gotta hinder the words of the Lord, man. That's why they gotta put us against one another. That's why they gotta make it as hard as they possibly can for us to build. But guess what? We still gonna build though. Go to the Ezra chapter 5 and verse 11.
Ezra chapter 5 verse number 11. And thus they returned us answer, saying, we are the servants of the God of heaven.
We are the what?
We are the servants of the God of heaven.
And we the servants of the Lord, man. We worship the Most High God of heaven and earth, man. Right? That created the sea and the dry land, like you read about in the book of Jonah, chapter 1 and verse 6 on down. Go ahead.
We are the servants of the God of heaven and earth, and build the house that was builded these.
What?
And build the house that was builded these.
That's all we trying to do. We trying to build the house of the Lord, man. Right? And that's a beautiful, that Lord willing, that becomes a beautiful stone in the house of the Lord, man. You understand? A beautiful stone that's used to build the house of the Lord, man. Starting with those brothers, because we all stones, right? Give me that in the book of hold that. Go to the book of 1 Peter, chapter 3. Start at 2.
Book of 1 Peter, chapter 3 and verse 2.
Bring it out.
While they behold your chance conversation coupled with fear.
Start at verse, or go to 2, chapter 2, Salaki. And start at verse, start at 2.
The book of
Hold on, what? Oh yeah, what? Oh yeah, what? The whole 12 tribes? Oh, y'all Jews? Oh, what was I trying to memorize? Oh yeah? What book y'all in? Jeremiah? Ooh, okay, Jeremiah, right? 16. Said it's a hard one. What have y'all learned about the 12 tribes? Right. Yeah. Right. So northern kingdom and southern kingdom, right? Read about Judah.
Now Jeremiah is prophesying about Babylon's going to come in.
Right. Yeah. So let me ask you a question. Right? That's good. Let me ask you a question. Who are the Jews? Right. You are right. Let me be more specific. Be actually right. I got those people. Who are the Jews today? You don't know? Right? Did y'all read Deuteronomy 28? Alright, so in Deuteronomy 28, right, I'm sure y'all know a little bit about the curses and the blessings that was given to Israel before this, way before they even went. You know what I mean? But they were given blessing and curses, right? And they said that it would be upon them forever, right? You don't remember that? Right, we'll refresh it real quick, right? Deuteronomy 28. No, we're not gonna read the whole thing. No. Tom would fail us to read the whole thing, right? But we're just gonna get a couple of things because the Lord said that you would be able to know who they are according to the curses. Yeah. Go to 45.
It's Deuteronomy 28, verse 45.
Bring it out.
Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee till thou be destroyed. Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
Right, so these curses, which are signs, right, we're going to be upon the children of Israel forever. Right? So even today, you'll be able to identify who God's chosen people are. Take a flyer, King. All right, y'all God's chosen people.
Christians.
We Christians.
Hallelujah, Jesus.
All right. So at the end of the day, right, these curses should still be able to kind of, to an extent, I'll put it like that, to an extent, identify who God's chosen people are today, right? What about it? Yeah, the Lord said they will be upon the seed forever, right? The new covenant hasn't happened yet. right? It hasn't happened fully, right? It's the start of it, but it hasn't happened fully. Because if it was, we wouldn't have to teach each other. Because remember, in the new covenant, you're not going to have to teach, right? Because they're going to be where the word of law is going to be. No, I'm just saying, well, they're going to be within you, right? So there's not going to be a need to teach, right? Let's bring that out real quick in Hebrews 8:8. Yes, to an extent. We believe we're the real Christians.
Right.
We believe that Christian just means, what's the difference? Right, we actually follow Christ.
Right.
We believe that the word Christian goes back to, right, being a follower of Christ. You got a lot of people that claim to be Christian but don't actually follow Christ. Right? So bring this out.
It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 8 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
Finding fault with them, he saith, Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant.
Where else can you read this at? Right? Because Paul's... Did this just come in the New Testament? Come on, y'all read the book of Jeremiah. Right? Jeremiah, he's actually quoting Jeremiah. Yeah, Jeremiah. Well, y'all might not have made it that far yet. Y'all did say y'all just kind of got in there. Right? So Jeremiah actually is the one that said this. Paul is quoting Jeremiah. Right? But read on.
I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and the house of Judah.
Right, so he was specific about who he was going to make the covenant with. He said with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Read.
Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt.
Right, because they broke that covenant. Right, read.
Because they continued not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, said the Lord. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, said the Lord. I will put my laws into their mind, and write them in their hearts.
Right, said I will put the laws upon their mind and put it in their hearts, right? So you're not going to have to teach people at that point because the people are going to be perfect, right? It's going to tell you that, read on.
And I will be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people. And they shall not teach every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord.
So you're not going to have to go out, and there's not going to be a purpose for a preacher or people having to go out and evangelize and so on and so forth, because people are going to what? They're going to already know these different things. And it said, if you finish, right, go ahead.
For all shall know me.
See that? The Lord said, for all shall know me. So we're not fully in the new covenant. It's a start of it, because what starts a covenant? Like you read about in the book of Hebrews, right? What? Blood is needed. Well, what was that blood? Right? The blood of Christ. You understand? But we're not fully in it yet. That's why when you keep reading on, Paul said what? It's ready to vanish away, but it hasn't vanished away completely yet. Talking about the old covenant, right? So the point is, right? That was your point, actually, talking about, because you brought up the new covenant, right? So those curses is still upon the people today. All right. You see what I'm saying? We still dealing with that today, right? One of the main curses is those talking about slavery, right? In Deuteronomy chapter 28. Let's get that. Because I asked you earlier, who do you think the Israelites are today? Obviously, you said you didn't know. That's cool. Nothing wrong with that, right? But a lot of people think the people over there in that land are actually the Jews, right? The real Jews. What you mean? You elaborate for me. You trying to step over here for me, please? Right. We're not saying that it's not Jews everywhere. My point is, no, I said a lot of people believe that the Jews are the real Jews are those that are over there in that land. What? No, it's not shaving down to an area. I'm just saying predominantly where do the Jewish man live today? Over there in Israel.
Right.
So that's what I mean. It's not about, okay, outside of that, nobody else is a Jew. Even the Lord said in the book of Deuteronomy that he would scatter them in the corners. You understand? So it's the Israelites are all throughout the four corners of the earth. Read about the same thing in the book of Micah, right? But point is, right? The people that's over there in that land right now, they're not fulfilling, nor are they even linking up with the prophecies that the Lord said about what would happen when they get back in that land.
Right.
When did those Jews get back in that land over there? 1948. right, with the UN and all that, when they signed all the papers and then they put them back in that land after World War, what was that, World War II?
Right.
Right. So they was given that land by the United Nations. You understand? They wasn't given that land by the Lord.
Right.
Right, like how prophecy said it would happen. Not only that, even when they did get in that land, it hasn't been peace over there since. They literally been at war since they got in the land. Literally. You see what I'm saying? But in the Bible, when you go to the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37 and verse 36, it literally tells you what? It says that it would be peace in that land. The Lord said, I will make a covenant with peace with them. So where's that covenant of peace with them right now? It's not over there. Why? Because the real Israelites, the real Jews are not in that land.
Right.
If they was, it would be peace. Well, yeah. Well, not after the new covenant, but when we fully enter into that new covenant. You see what I'm saying? But all those different things is going on over there right now because the real Jews is not over there in that land. Right? What was one of the main components in Deuteronomy chapter 28 that will happen to the Israelites? Deuteronomy 28:68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68.
Bring it out.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
What does the word Egypt mean in Hebrew? Y'all look like y'all study a lot. Right? Okay, it's all now. You good. What's your name? Jonathan. Right? You good, Jonathan. Right? The word Egypt in the Hebrew goes back to the Hebrew word Matzazarian, which means between two straits, which is ancient way of saying stuff between a rock and a hard place, or bondage or slavery. You can really look this up, right? If you do look it up, it's going to say Mizraim instead of Matzazarian.
Check it out.
Right? Well, the point is, right? This is Moses telling the Israelites that they will go into slavery. Because obviously I know when the Israelites was in Egypt, what was they doing? They was in slavery. Right? It's not saying they would literally go back to the land of Egypt. All throughout the Bible, you read Egypt being synonymous with what? Right, exactly. Bondage and slavery. Or a place of wickedness. Even when you read the book of Revelations, it said what? Babylon is spiritually what? Sodom and Egypt. Paraphrasing. Right? So read on.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Now, we do want to talk to you, brother. I promise you we want to talk to you. Right, Rick?
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
When did the people over there in that land go into slavery on ships? It didn't happen. Why am I saying all this? I'm saying all this. No, I'm just saying rhetorically. I'm saying all this because y'all actually looking at the real Israelites. Y'all looking at God's chosen people. Y'all looking at the people of the book. You understand? So contrary to popular belief, where you got people that say, "Oh, the Israelites is this or the Israelites is that." No, the Israelites are the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American according to prophecy, archaeology, history, and anything else anybody want to bring to the table. Right, so if y'all studying about the 12 tribes of Israel, study the fact that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are God's chosen people.
Right,
and
right.
The other nations are going to eventually end up in servitude, right, when our king come back, whose real name is not Jesus Christ, but Yahweh Shah HaMashiach the righteous. Right. Yeah, I know. Right, let me ask you a question. Real quick, and then I know y'all gotta go. I appreciate y'all giving us y'all time too. Yeah, so, well, you trying to figure out what we about? Oh, generally, so when it, hey brother, right, so what we about generally when it comes to the other nations, right? When it comes to the other nations, what we about is showing the other nations, right, not holy. Because holy we about teaching our people who they are according to what God said. Right. Because black is a color of a crayon box. There's no heritage in black. You're not white. Your pants are white. You see what I'm saying? I'm not black. I'm not the color of our shirts. You understand? Everybody has a God-given nationality. So we come out and teach our people who they are according to what God said, not according to what our oppressors call us. So with that being said, what we teach the other nations is that y'all have to get ready for prophecy. What do I mean when I say y'all got to get ready for prophecy? Right? In the kingdom of heaven, do y'all believe that it'll be a hierarchy? Or do y'all believe everybody will coexist and be loved and happy in the kingdom of heaven? You're a wise man, Jonathan. No, you are. Because a lot of people want to just jump off the deep end. said what? To an extent. To an extent, it plays a part. Your works that you do here upon the earth, they follow you, like you read about in the book of Revelation chapter 14. But it also got to do with who you are, according to what God said. Right? It's just going to be outside of works, which obviously matters. Right? Outside of that, right? Ethnically, there's going to be a hierarchy. Yeah. Why do I say that? Right, let's just go. No, I know. I'm just saying, rhetorically, why do I say that? Right, go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 60, and verse 1.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 60,
start at verse 10.
And it reads thus: "And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls."
Right. Have you read the book of Isaiah? Right. Would you agree that Isaiah chapter 60 is a kingdom connotation? It's talking about the kingdom of heaven. Okay, well, we're just gonna read like 2 verses, and it's gonna explain how it's the kingdom of heaven. All right, go ahead.
Isaiah 60 and 10 from the top.
Bring it out.
"And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee."
So Isaiah is saying that the sons of strangers are gonna build up your walls, right, and the kings are gonna serve thee. Go ahead.
"For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually."
Right, say the gates are going to be open continually. When are the gates going to be open continually? In the kingdom. Right, in the kingdom of heaven, the gates are going to always be open. Right, read.
"They shall not be shut.
They shall not be shut.
Day nor night, that men may bring unto thee."
Now, real quick, one quick thing. We know that another reason we know this is talking about the kingdom, because during the time of the scriptures, right, they would actually close and open the gates. Right, you read about that in the book of Nehemiah. Nehemiah closed the gates. You understand? Why? Because the people was trying to come in to sell to them on a Saturday. What did they do? He closed the gates. Right, so this is not talking about during this time. This is talking about the kingdom. Read.
"That men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles."
What does the word forces mean in this context? It's talking about, right, bring unto them riches, jewelry. You might bring food, offerings, all type of different things. Right, go ahead.
"That men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee."
Isaiah is saying that the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee. Who's the thee? You think? Read.
"For the nation and the kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish."
Shall perish.
So the Lord is saying that the nation that doesn't serve God's chosen people, they're going to die. Read. And I'm going to explain all this too. I'm going to explain all of it. Read.
"Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted."
He said they shall be utterly wasted. Read. Right, go to Isaiah 14 and 1, and I want you to get Isaiah go to Isaiah chapter 45 and start at verse 13. Right, bring this up.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14.
Now, we're staying in the book of Isaiah because Isaiah is breaking down himself. Right, go ahead.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
"For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers
And the strangers.
Hearing that again, right? So the Lord is going to have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel. He's going to set them in their own land, right? It's talking about in the kingdom, right? He's going to set them in their own land, right? Go ahead.
And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to them.
The other nations are going to be in the kingdom of heaven with the Israelites, but it's the way in which they're going to be here. Read.
"And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob,
They're going to cleave into the house of Jacob. Read.
and the people shall take them."
It said the people shall take them. If I take her right now, I wouldn't do that, just for the record. Would never do that. Right? But if I was to take her right now, what is that called? And I took her to my house, what is that called? Right. Kind of like the same thing that happened to us.
It's on the other side.
Right? The same thing that happened to us. Right? Go ahead.
It reads.
My bad. So the same thing that happened to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and how we got abducted and taken to another land, that's what the Lord is going to have his chosen people do to the other nations. He's going to have them, because that's justice at the end of the day, right? God is a just God, right? He's not going to have something happen to one people and then it doesn't happen to another. The Lord is about justice at the end of the day, right? And recompense, right? Marie?
And the people shall take them and bring them to their place,
Right.
and the house of Israel shall possess them.
So the house of Israel, so the Israelites are going to possess another nation. You possess those shoes, right? Those are your shoes. They do not belong to me, right? So the same way how you possess those shoes, that jacket, right, that shirt, the Lord said that the Israelites are going to possess the other nations.
Right, right.
Read.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord,
Right.
For servants
Servants
and handmaids.
and handmaids.
and they shall take them captives.
See that? It said that they shall take them captives.
Whose captives they were.
Right? Then the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans used to be and still are to this day captives to other nations. Right. So the Lord said, guess what? In the end all be all, those roles are going to reverse. Right? And that's that hierarchy that's going to happen. Right? Even Christ himself spoke about the same exact thing even in the New Testament. Right? Give me that in Revelation chapter 2 and verse 26.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 103, and verse number 6.
Bring it on.
The Lord executed righteousness
Right? So all the works of the Lord are righteous at the end of the day. Read.
and judgment for all that are oppressed.
Straight like that. So the Lord is going to do righteousness, right, and judge for the oppressed, right? Bring this out.
The book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 26.
Bring it
How
on.
we get this? Salaki. Let me get Revelation 13, verse 10.
Book of Revelation, chapter 13, and verse number 10.
Bring it on.
He that leadeth into captivity.
Right? It's saying, he that leadeth into captivity. Would y'all agree, right, that the Europeans, as well as not just the Europeans, but the Europeans, the Arabs, the East Indians, right? You got the transatlantic slave trade, the Silk Road slave trade, the Sub-Saharan slave trade, led the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans into captivity. So you don't know if the Europeans put so-called blacks in slavery? You're not educated to know that? Come on. Maybe.
Come on, Jonathan.
Come on, we was doing good, Jonathan. I'm pretty sure y'all bought a ticket and went to the movies to go watch a movie about slavery before in y'all time. Right? So we don't gotta. Come on now. Let's be honest. It's okay. We're not going to hit y'all brand. We're not out here to do that. That's not what we about. You understand? So we can be honest with one another. So I'm just ask you this again, straight up. Do y'all understand, and isn't it common knowledge that the so-called white man, so-called East Indian man, Arab man, Chinese man led the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans into slavery? How did y'all even get this land in the first place?
Good question.
It was through slavery and colonization. Literally. Right. Literally. I mean, if it wasn't for slavery and rape, robbery, and murder, y'all wouldn't even be over here right now.
Right, right.
Right, so look, come on, let's we're surprising, I'm actually trying to be cordial.
Very long.
Like you, Jonathan. Like, right? Bring this up.
It's Revelations 13 and 10.
Figure it out.
He that leadeth into captivity
Right, it's a fact that we got led into slavery by the so-called white man. Read.
shall go into captivity.
The Lord said they shall go into captivity. So if you lead a nation of people into slavery, then guess what? You have to go into slavery. Right? Did the so-called Europeans or any other nation that led the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans into slavery, did they ever get a recompense? Did they ever get recompense that back? Right. Didn't happen yet. So when is it going to happen? It's going to happen in the kingdom. Right? And that's what we're reading about in the book of Isaiah. That's what we read about in the book of Isaiah. And Christ is going to speak about the same thing in the book of Revelation. Bring this up.
The book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
To him will I give power over the nations. So the Lord is going to give power to the Israelites that overcome and keep his works unto the end, power over the other nations. What do you think that power is going to be? Right, let's read, because Christ explains it. Read.
And he shall rule them with a rod of iron.
Right, he's going to rule them with a rod of iron. What is that rod of iron going to be used to do? Is it for show and tell? And the other nations come up and say, ooh. And you say, you want to touch it, little fella? Right, is that what it's for?
It's off.
Right? What do you think it's going to be for? Ding, 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 ding. He got something right. He got it right. Right, let's read. Let's see what Christ said.
As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers.
That's the same way how you would break a pot, break a pan or a potter or a vessel, right? That's how the other nations are going to be when it comes to God's chosen people, the Israelites ruling over them. Because that's judgment, that's righteousness at the end of the day. That's judgment, right? And the other nations haven't received their judgment yet, right? So when are they going to receive that? In the kingdom of heaven. Right, so the point is, right, y'all just got a good Bible study, right? A good Bible study on, take it home, study it, do research on it. Y'all just got a good Bible study that y'all going into slavery, according to what God said. Yeah. I mean, we gotta think about it. We had to suffer for what our ancestors did. So y'all gotta suffer for what our ancestors did, right? And with that, right, it's time to roll up.
To that,
right?
it's getting hot.
You said, oh, yeah, they don't want it. They don't want it. As a matter of fact, they lucky I didn't bring out Jeremiah, right? Go to Jeremiah chapter 30.
30
right?
and verse 16.
30 and 16.
Yeah.
I know they ain't got this far yet.
Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee.
It said, therefore, all they that devour thee. This was the Lord talking to a specific group of people. That specific group of people was talking about the Israelites. That's the thee. All they that devour thee. The thee is the Israelites. For all they that devour thee, read.
Shall be devoured.
So what?
Shall be devoured.
We all gonna get the same reward.
Shall be devoured.
The Lord said they shall all be devoured. Read.
And all thine adversaries.
All thine enemies, read.
Every one of them.
Some of them gonna slide in the crack.
Every one of them.
But if they keep the commandments, they gonna get in too.
Every one of them.
Read.
Shall go into captivity.
That's plain. Right, that's plain. Finish that.
And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil.
Like that.
And all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
See that? And the Lord said He gonna give them for a prey. And guess what? That's when the hunters gonna go out and handle their business.
Right.
Right. So these other nations, they study in the 12 tribes chart. They need to study about slavery and bondage, man. Right, what's going on, brother? Can I ask you one question? Any question. All right, what's your nationality, King? African American. You believe in God? Right? Did God refer to us as African American? Because you're much greater than African American. You a king, brother. Right? What did God call us? But what was our name? All right, brother. You're going to find out the answer on that flyer, brother. All right? Check it out, brother. So, hey, come here, family. Come here, family. All y'all, everybody. I wasn't talking. What's going on, sister? How you doing? Blessed and highly favored, all praise to the Most High. So, I got a question. All praise. Whoa. So, what's going on? Yeah. Y'all come over here, family. It's all love. Come on, family. Come on, brother. You too. All
You too.
Come over here, man.
Don't put me on the camera.
You know you want to be on the camera, sis.
I can't.
All right.
What's up?
You said what? Come over here, sister. Come over here. I got the answers for you. Our page is called WFI Indiana. We got over 4,000 subscribers. All right, check it out. All right, so look. So look, this is the question, sister. What's your name? Kyra?
Her name is Vic.
I mean, you ain't got me saying it. Kyra. What's your name, sister? Tane?
Yeah. Samara.
Okay, Samara. All right, so look. I got a question. It's a simple question, all right? Real simple. I've been drinking a little bit.
Okay,
so I'm gonna keep it real simple. It's okay. We'll keep it real simple though. All right. I know I ain't say y'all would. That's why I just asked. No, you good. We'll keep it simple for you. All right. Y'all believe in Jesus?
we prayed before we got down here. We did.
Okay. All praises. So look. If Jesus, look, listen. Come on, Kyra. If Jesus on the earth, right now in 2024, what would it look like? Huh? What would Earth look like? I said, what would he look like? Alright, so-called black man. What, do you agree with that, brother? If Christ was on the earth in 2024, what would he look like? So-called black man, right? What made y'all say that? Are y'all saying that because y'all... You said he what? Over in what area? So he in a direction? Think about it. There's no such thing as Middle Eastern, sister. Because that's a direction. Okay. Okay, right. So you believe that he would look like us, right? Or do you think he would look like an Arab? Okay, so check it out. There. So look, I'm gonna read one scripture for you, brother. All right, I'm gonna read one scripture for y'all, and I want y'all to break it down. I'm gonna ask 2 questions after I read it. Right? Y'all gotta put y'all. How old are y'all? 19. Okay, y'all gotta put y'all thinking caps on. All right. Right. Bring this out of Deuteronomy 28:60. Right. That's something I'm gonna answer right after this. Who said we didn't? So look, we gonna answer that right after this. Bring this up.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
Now, the word Egypt, when you go into it in the Hebrew, it goes back to Montezarn, which means between 2 straits. That's an ancient way of saying stuck between a rock and a hard place. Alright? AKA bondage or slavery. Right? Stay with me. What Egypt means, sisters? Alright. That's going to be important. That's going to be important, though. Right? Read it again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
What people went into slavery on ships? What people went into slavery on ships? What people, yes, what people went into slavery on ships? So-called black people, y'all agree with that? Okay, cool. Did y'all just catch that in the Bible? In the Bible, it literally prophesied about how we were going to slavery on ships. Did y'all ever hear that on Sunday? Read it one more time.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68.
Bring it out.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
He said again with ships. So literally, this is Moses talking to the Israelites. And Moses told the Israelites that they were going to slavery with ships. And that, you would agree, that happened to us, right? So by default, so far, who does this have to be talking about? Gotta be talking about us so far, right? But the point is, let me ask you a question, right? I'll take out all the money that I got on me and give it to anybody that starts speaking the language black to me. And say it again. There's no such language. Exactly. There's no language. Now, I'll give everybody all the money in my pocket if y'all can go to the landmass of black. Exactly. And then it makes sense. Because there's no place called the land of black. So if there's no place called black, you understand? There's no...
Just read the shirt.
Hold on, sister. Right, so if there's no place on the earth called black, there's no language called black, why do we call ourselves something that doesn't exist? No, you're short black, brother. You dark as hell, but you ain't black, brother. You ain't black. You brown. You see what I'm saying? You brown, brother. You see what I'm saying? We all different shades of brown, right? That's because. So look, at the end of the day, the point is what? We've been lied to and told that we was black. Who told us we was black? Yeah, he called us black.
Damn, Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe.
Right?
That nigga right there.
Yeah. Right? So they the one, our oppressors are the ones that called us black. You see what I'm saying? They the ones that called us Negroes. They the ones that called us Africans. So all these other different names. You understand? So the point is, right, if we not black, right, we not Africans, we're not African Americans, right, we're not Negroes, who are we?
We're people. Hallelujah.
Who are we? You right. We are the children of the Lord. Right? What was the children of the Lord named? What was they named? Because guess what? You said what, brother? Exactly.
That's right.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So, what we just brought out, that was told to the Israelites. And that happened to our ancestors, and we come from them, right? So that will make us the what? The Israelites. That's one of the many ways of how we know who we are. It's because of prophecy, history, archaeology, and many other different things. That's right. You know what I'm saying? So the point is what? We're not black. Y'all know Kendrick Lamar? Yeah. Y'all remember the dude that cooked Drake, right? Do y'all remember the album Damn that he came out with in 2016? And you said you got 19. And you. Where you from? Tanzania? Where you from? Same else. So y'all both from there, right? So more than like y'all probably from the tribe. Y'all from one of the Southern Kingdom tribes. You understand? I can't pinpoint it, right? But y'all from one, either Judah, Benjamin, or Levi. You understand? But my point of bringing that out about Kendrick Lamar is because he came out with a song. And in the song, he was like, I'm an Israelite, don't call me black no more. That word is only a color, it's not facts no more. You see what I'm saying? So even he knew these different things. I know y'all know who Kyrie Irving is. Kyrie Irving, y'all remember a couple years ago when they made him not be able to play no more? It's because he understood that he was an Israelite. And he started speaking about it, and he uploaded that movie that was talking about the Hebrews to Negroes. You understand? Kanye West. Everybody think he crazy, but he really not. Yeah, but that's because you say you don't know why that is? The reason for it is, I want to stay on track, but the reason for it is because they don't want us to know who we are. Because once we know who we are, that's where that power comes from.
Right.
You understand? You can do whatever. You can tell somebody that don't know who they are, you can tell them. Somebody that don't know who they are, you can tell them that they Chinese. You can tell a baby anything, right? The baby don't know nothing. Baby don't know who they are, right? If I name I can name my child Josiah, and then somebody else come along and every single day they telling him his name is Terrence. Guess what? If I stop telling him his name is Josiah, what are you gonna start believing? That's right, exactly. He's gonna start believing. Right. They're gonna start believing his name is Terrence. Right? So we used to be called Israelites from one of the 12 tribes, and then throughout the process of time, they beat out of us who we really are. They make us not be able to say it, and then throughout the process of time, we begin to forget who we are. Not only forget who we are, we not referring to each other as Israelites, but instead we refer to one another as my nigga. What's up, but strong black man? Right? What's up, my African brother? Right? All these other different terms, and guess what? Our people carry that stuff on, though. Our people carry that stuff on, right? So the point is, at the end of the day, y'all God's chosen people. Y'all the Israelites from one of the 12 tribes. You understand? Right? Well, y'all both could very possibly be, very well be Israelites from the tribe of Judah. Right? But, right? Only the Lord knows. You feel me? Tanzania, a lot of stuff happened over there.
It's East Africa.
You feel me? So, at the end of the day, right, go to the book of Exodus. Or not Exodus. Go to the book of Deuteronomy chapter 30.
This book of Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse number 7.
You know.
Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse.
Right, it's the blessing and the curse.
It's East Africa.
Right? So the blessing and the curse, right? Would you rather live out a blessing or a curse? Right, obviously you won't want to live out a blessing instead. Right? Read.
The blessing and the curse which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind.
Right? It said that thou shalt call them to mind. Meaning the same way how y'all getting told this right now, y'all thinking about it, like dang, our ancestors did go into slavery on ships. Dang, we do come from slavery, so on and so forth. But we also come from kings, right, and royal priesthoods and so on and so forth as well. The same way how y'all calling that to mind, that's what the Lord said we would call to mind in the last days. Go ahead.
Thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whither the Lord thy God hath driven thee.
Right? Y'all said y'all just got here not too long ago. Right? Don't they call America a melting pot? Isn't every nation on the earth in America? Yeah, it's literally a melting pot of nations. Right? And y'all literally in the midst of multiple nations. Right, read.
And shall return unto the Lord thy God.
What does returning unto the Lord look like? How?
Go back, like, it's the same thing.
Because what if the, oh my bad, go ahead.
Repenting, right? Repenting, turning away from your sins and, following God.
Right, and what does following God look like?
Following his teachings.
What is a part of his teachings?
What do you mean?
What's a part of his teachings? How do we follow the Lord? Because somebody can say, I follow the Lord, but how do you know that person followed the Lord?
Doing what he does. I mean, doing what he said, like,
And what did he tell us to do?
Like the 10 Commandments.
Right, right. He told us to keep the commandments. Right, it's more than 10. Right, but he told us to keep his commandments. That's how you can know if somebody is a follower of the Lord or not. What's going on, King?
God bless, God bless.
Y'all doing all right? Boy, you from Louisiana, boy? Yeah, I'll say so. Take a flyer, King, take a flyer. That brother gonna give one to you up there with the camera on, yeah? Hey, I got chosen people, family. Be safe while you down here, man, for real. Go ahead.
And shall return unto the Lord thy God, and shall obey his voice, according to all that I command thee this day.
Right, so we want to make sure that we follow the Lord and obeying his voice in the last days. Right, so can I give y'all 2 commandments before y'all leave? Yeah. All right, bet. Y'all eat pork? Straight up. I eat bacon, sausage, pepperoni. Okay, cool. All right, finish up.
Look at Leviticus chapter 11, verse 7.
Bring it on.
And the swine.
And the swine.
Obviously, swine is what? Nah, swine. Swine is pork. That's just another word.
Though he divide the hoof and be clothed for it, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean unto you.
He's unclean unto you. Right? So the pork pig, right, is unclean unto us as a people because we are royal people. Right? You're not going to, a king don't carry himself how the regular person do. You see what I'm saying? A king, right, do we carry himself like how everybody else carry himself? Does a king carry himself like how everybody else do? Nah. Right, he a king. He up here. Guess what? That's how y'all brothers got to think about yourself. Y'all kings. Y'all can't associate yourself with something that's filthy and abominable as pork.
Right.
As a pig. Right? You can't be out here eating pork ass.
Right.
Right?
The ham.
That's what ham is. Every time you eat ham, you eat pork butt.
Right.
Right? Talking about, that smell good. All right, going like this. Ham is pork ass. So every time somebody make that ham, you say, man, that smells good, you sniffing ass, right?
Put the glaze on it.
Yeah, with glaze on it. Right? You eat glazed ass out here.
See that?
Yeah, I know it. You can't be out here eating honey glazed ass. Right? Read.
Verse 8. Of their flesh shall you not eat.
You can't eat of it at all. Go ahead. So, is it about this real quick? Go ahead. Into the pigs. It's an unclean animal. Then what do? They ran off to kill themselves. Right? He cast it into what? And really the demons, they asked that they could be cast into the pigs. Because that's what it's an unclean place. Right? Go ahead.
And their carcass shall you not touch. They are unclean to you.
You want to touch a dead pig. Right? You royalty, brother. You a king. Right? Go ahead.
These shall you eat of all.
So, would y'all be willing to stop eating pork? Because think about it. Before y'all answer, though, think about it. And I'm glad you was quick on you good. Right? But you can still eat bacon, sausage, pepperoni. It just can't be pork.
Right.
So you can still eat chicken bacon, or beef bacon, beef sausage, turkey bacon, turkey pepperoni, or beef pepperoni, right?
They got lamb bacon.
You just can't indulge in pork and those different things. So even ribs, you can still eat ribs, but they gotta be beef ribs, or they gotta be turkey ribs. You understand? Or it gotta be something else that's not pork. Right? Go ahead. Now, so would y'all be willing to stop eating pork for the Lord? Yeah, go ahead.
Where you see it was at?
Yeah, where you see it?
I don't know, but I got mine.
Right, all praise to the Most High. Right, that's real good. Right? Well, it was. Because you're a God, brother. You're a king on the earth. Right? You feel me? You got to carry yourself as that. You can't sit call yourself a king and eat pork ass. Right? Read.
Leviticus chapter 11, verse 9.
Bring it out.
These shall ye eat of all that are in the water. Whatsoever has fins and scales in the water, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat.
So it's letting you know what type of fish you can eat. Right? If it got fins and scales, you can eat the fish. What type of fish? Name me 3 fish that got fins and scales. Matter of fact, 2 fish. Usually this be a hard one for me or something. You got eat seafood? I was about to say, I wasn't over there eating seafood in Tanzania. Alright, I wasn't out there fishing.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I got reasons. I can't even like
So look, check it out. It's all good. Right? So salmon, right? I know what salmon is, right? No, not that, brother. That's not a fish. They swim, but that's not a fish, brother. Alright, it's not a fish.
Ustedes son las
Right, salmon, right? You got bass, bluegill, red snapper. You understand? Whiting, perch, right? If y'all don't eat seafood that much, that's cool. But y'all still gotta know what type of fish y'all can eat, because you never know. Y'all might go to a seafood restaurant, or y'all might be fishing one day. Y'all might want to fry it, or whatever the case may be. You gotta know, hey, do they got fins and scales? Nope. Okay, we can't do it. Do it got fins and scales? Yep. All right, we got it. We can get down with it. You see what I'm saying? Right, bring this out.
Verse number 10. And all that have not fins nor scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the water, and of every living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
Right, so they shall be an abomination unto you. So what fish don't have fins and scales? You said, yeah? You said what? You said one earlier. I came out of you. Yeah, shrimp, they don't got fins and scales. Right? Crab, don't got fins and scales. Lobster, don't got fins and scales. Crawfish, don't got fins and scales. Catfish, don't got fins and scales. So those are things, you understand, that hey, you can't indulge in. Right? So I know y'all already don't mess with it as it is, but it's still important to have the knowledge to be able to know what you can and can't eat concerning seafood. You never know. You said, huh? Right? But hey, y'all eat. You feel me? But pork, can you eat it? That's right. Not anymore. Can you eat it, brother? Are you gonna eat it? But you don't no more. So we're gonna continue on. I'm gonna give you one more, alright? Y'all ever heard of the Sabbath day?
Sabbath day?
Yeah.
The Sabbath? Sabbath?
Sabbath.
Yeah, oh yeah, I know what you mean.
You know what a Sabbath day is?
That's like Jesus, oh God, and show rested, right?
Well, yeah, the Most High God, He rested on the 7th day, right? But do you know when it is? That's right. It is. When do it start?
That's where I was
about to say, you cooking right now, brother. Right, but, right, the Sabbath day, right, so it starts typically Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. So right now, technically it's Sunday right now. Why? Because at the end of the day, 12 o'clock at 12 a.m. doesn't determine when it's the next day. It's the middle of the night.
Right.
Right? What determines the next day? When the sun goes down.
Right.
That determines what the next day is. Right? Give me that in Genesis chapter 1 and 5.
The book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 5.
Bring it out.
And God called the light day, and the darkness He called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day.
So you have the evening and the morning were the first day. Right? So when the sun goes down, that's a new day. So right now it's a new day. Like an hour or an hour and a half ago. Yeah, like an hour and a half ago, right, or an hour ago, right? It was the Sabbath day still because the sun was up. See what I'm saying? But now it's a new day, right? On the Sabbath day, do you know what you can and can't do?
can't sin on no day.
So you don't want to sin no day. Right. But what else? I mean, that's not really a commandment, right? Because we the church, brother. We the church. The people are the church. Right? Exactly. Right? The Lord is not inside of a building where the AC broke. You feel me? Pews is messed up. There's a bunch of people jumping over the pews head first. You see what I'm saying? Right? Go to the you got it.
The book of Nehemiah, chapter 10, and verse 31. And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals on the Sabbath day, on the Sabbath day,
y'all know what ware or victuals are? Right? It's talking about things to buy. Right? So you can't buy nothing on the Sabbath day. Yeah. That's good and straight. Good? Right? So you can't buy nothing on the Sabbath day. Right? But it's the Sabbath, right? And you gotta rest. You gotta rest and the pockets gotta rest.
Right.
Alright? Plus you're gonna save more money. Think about it. That's a whole day where you ain't buying nothing.
Oh, we're trying to live.
You're about to live? You said what?
We're going to follow everything.
Okay, all praise, right? If you scan the QR code, it'll take you to all the YouTube channels.
Church or something like that?
Yeah, right here.
Right here?
Yeah, we gonna get a building soon though. Right? So real quick, before y'all leave, what did God call y'all? What did y'all learn?
Well, we're the actual Israelites.
Right.
We're not niggas.
Right.
We're not black people.
Right.
Black is just, Israelite.
Right.
We're in different types of things.
Yeah, that's right.
Brown.
Close, but yeah, you're right.
But I'm black.
You said, huh?
I'm just talking to you.
Nah, you good, man. I'm just messing.
Hey, y'all have a best night, though.
All right, brother. God shows the people all praises. Hey, brothers in the white and red. Y'all fresh as hell, boy.
Peppermint.
Trying to be. What's going on, sis? How you doing? You doing all right? What's going on, little man? You doing all right? All praise to the Most High. Sister came out here again. You got any questions? Okay. Right. Nah, we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Which of the 10? Which of the 10 can all of them? The most? All of them? Because and the reason I say that is because it's not about singling out, you feel me, one thing. Because if that's the case, I could go through many things in the law where I could point out and say, hey, we got to do real good at this, but I know what you mean. Real quick, I'm going to give you something, right? Go to the book of Leviticus chapter 19. Go to Leviticus chapter 19 and 16.
The book of Leviticus chapter 19 and verse number 16.
Bring it out.
And it reads thus: Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer.
So what?
As a talebearer.
Right now, a talebearer is somebody that backbites or somebody that reveals secrets or somebody. Now you good, since the brother's trying to watch her stroll it off the shoulder. So a talebearer is somebody that backbites, meaning talk behind people's back, right? Or reveal secrets. You understand? Somebody always gossiping, right? Read that again.
Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among thy people. Neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor.
Right, so you can't go up and down as a talebearer among thy people, right? And if you asking me straight up, obviously I don't know you personally, so this is not directed at you, but as a whole, our sisters, all right, we got a bad habit or a bad problem of revealing secrets. Everybody always got the tea. Everybody always got a girl. Let me tell you what happened when Shanique or this or that. Not understanding that that's actually a commandment to not to do that.
Right.
A lot of people don't know that. You see what I'm saying? Right, go to, give me the book of Sirach, chapter 19 and verse 10.
The book of Sirach, chapter 19 and verse number 10.
Bring it out.
If thou hast heard a word, let it die with thee.
Right, the Lord said, if thou hast heard a word, if somebody confided in you, told you something, or expressed something to you, whatever the case may be, the Lord said, let it die with you. Our people even say that nowadays, right? Hey, brother. If something happened or your man's told you something and that was between you and him, where you gonna take it to? You gonna take it to the grave, brother. right? And that's what our people got to do, right? You got to take it to the grave, and that's the scriptures, though. A lot of people don't know that. So the Lord said, if thou hast heard a word, let it die with thee. Go ahead.
And be bold, it will not burst thee.
Right? Meaning anything somebody tell you, right, it shouldn't leak out. You see what I'm saying? If somebody's bothering you, or you know whether or not it's something that's between you and another person that shouldn't be told to anybody else. You see what I'm saying? So that's a big thing that a lot of our people got a problem with, man and woman. You see what I'm saying? All right, so that's just a commandment right there. Right, you got something? Right, go to the book of, now go to the 10. Right, go to Exodus chapter 20.
Book of Exodus chapter 20.
Start at 3.
Verse number 3.
Give me 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse, give me 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Right, the Lord says straight up, thou shalt have no other gods before me. A lot of people got a lot of other gods before them. What do I mean when I say that? People can make a god, people can make their phone their god. You wake up in the morning, the first thing you do is grab your phone and get on social media. You ain't prayed, you ain't thought about the name of the Lord, you ain't gave him thanks for even waking him up, you just rolled over, right, and went like this. And started going through social media. Right? A lot of people can make themselves a god. Right? They more worried about themselves and, oh, I gotta get this done, or I gotta look like this and that. Not saying you can't look good, right? But a lot of people put that over how they feel about the Most High God or how they gonna follow the Lord. So something as simple as having no other gods before the Lord, so that's something that we all gotta work on, right? Sisters included. Go ahead.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
Right, let's sit on that, right? So that's one right there in itself. Right now, you said you got a question about honor thy father and thy mother. What was your question about? They don't put you in the position. You gotta get just a little bit. You don't gotta go into detail, but are you saying like they're disrespecting you constantly? I mean, even with that, you know, it's where the mercy come in. You feel me? And when I say that's where the mercy come in, you still gotta forgive them, right? If your parents might be going in on you. Our parents have went in on me million times. You feel me? I can't retaliate and react because I think I know this or I feel some type of way and I start going back at them and being disrespectful towards them. At the end of the day, that is still my mother and my father.
Right.
Right? So it has to be a place of repentance. It has to be a place of respect. They might go in on you. Go to the book of Sirach chapter 28 and verse 2. Sirach 28 and 2.
Sirach chapter 28, verse number 2.
Before you get that, go to verse 12 in that. And Sirach 32. And Sirach, Sirach. Go to Sirach 32 and 12, I believe. And I want you to go to the book of Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 1. Bring this up.
Sirach chapter 32, verse number 12.
Bring it out.
It reads, there take thy pastime and do what thou wilt, but sin not.
I said 32. My bad. 28.
Sirach chapter 28, verse 12. If thou blow the spark.
It said if thou blow the spark. Have you ever lit something on fire, like a piece of paper or something, and then like the fire go down, but it's like a red fiery lining around it? That's what it's talking about. It said if thou blow the spark, read.
It shall burn.
It shall what?
It shall burn.
Have you ever blew one before, and when you blow on it, what happens? It glows up, right? It start getting hotter. Let's see what the Bible says. Read.
If thou spit upon it, it shall be quenched.
And if you spit upon it or you put water on it, guess what? It's going to go out. Watch this. Read.
And both these come out of thy mouth.
Out of thy what?
Out of thy mouth.
It's a cold one. Meaning what? You got the power to control the situation at the end of the day as much as you can. Sometimes it is what it is. You know what I mean? But, right, hey, say they going in on you or whatever the case may be. Instead of going back, trying to fight fire with fire, right? You can just say, you know what, all right, I'm sorry. Sometimes it's not even your fault. You know what I mean? So I've apologized for stuff so many times and it wasn't even my fault. But instead of putting hands and fighting fire with fire, which is not going to go nowhere, sometimes you gotta literally be the bigger woman in situations and just be like, you know what, all right, I'm sorry. You know, I'm sorry. Or you might not even say sorry. You might just be like, okay, all right. You feel me? It just don't go down. It's hard. Don't get me wrong. I'm not here to sit here and look in your face and say it's easy. But yeah, it's hard. But that's something that we gotta practice and that we gotta get to the point of. Because and these all come from the mouth. The same way you can spark a situation and make it worse with the tongue, right? But you also can calm the situation down with the tongue as well, right? Bring this up.
Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
A soft answer.
Soft answer. Turn away wrath.
It said a soft answer turneth away wrath. So sometimes they might be going in on you and you might reply with something that's cool. Soft turn. You know, and it might kind of catch them off guard, or they might still be going in, you know, and Lord willing, you know, all we can do is say, Lord willing, the Lord put the spirit on them to say, dang, I was going in on her and she wasn't even doing nothing for her. If anything, she was trying to calm the situation down. She was just calming the situation down. Then at that point, you know, they just got to take that up with the Most High God. But you want to make sure that you're blameless in the situation, though. You see what I'm saying? Because even though you might get disrespected by your parents, they're still your parents. You feel me? And I know that's stuff that we don't want to hear a lot of the time, right? But as long as they're not making you or trying to force you to break the laws and the commandments, you feel me? Then, hey, you feel me? It is what it is. Now, if they going in on you and disrespecting you or something like that, and it involves you breaking the commandments, then I mean, it's nothing wrong with telling them no. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I can't do that. The Lord said I can do this. Or X, Y, Z. Right, but finish that, King.
But grievous words stir up anger. The tongue of the wise.
Somebody read that with the last part.
But grievous words stir up anger.
See, that's so if your parent, your moms, or your pops going at you crazy, and then you going back at them crazy, then this is going to get worse. Right? You know, somebody got to be the person that say, you know what, all right. So, and it's, like I said, it's hard. But forgiveness play a big part and a big role in that as well, right?
Right.
Go to the book of Matthew chapter 6, verse 14.
The book of St. Matthew chapter 6, verse 14.
Bring it out.
It reads thus. For if ye forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you.
Right, so you got to forgive people their trespasses. Your parents might trespass against you. Often, a lot, or sometimes. But regardless, hey, you got to still forgive them at the end of the day. Why?
But if you forgive not men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses.
Like I said, you might be in the right. You might not even be in the wrong. But instead of harboring up all that anger and malice towards your parents and get to the point where now you commit 2 offenses. But now you holding a grudge, which is against the commandments of the Lord, right? And you holding that grudge, right? The next time y'all see each other and she do it again, now you exploding on her, now you cussing your mom out. I'm not saying you do that, but I'm just saying, that's an example. You know what I mean? Go, read on that.
Verse 15, it's like verse 16. Moreover, when ye...
You're at 15? Oh, okay. They went 14 and 15 went right together. Come on. Right, go to, now so like you go to Sirach 28 and 2.
Book of Sirach, chapter 32, verse number 2.
Bring it out.
It reads, and when thou hast done all that...
28 and 2. Yeah.
Book of Sirach, 28, verse 2.
Bring it out.
Forgive thy neighbor the hurt that he hath done unto thee.
Right, so you got to forgive your neighbor at the end of the day. Whether that neighbor is your cousin, your uncle, your auntie, your mama, your dad, your husband, or your friend, whoever it is, you got to forgive them. That's your people. Yeah, I mean, these other nations, this is other nations, right? But our people, we got to forgive them. As hard as it may be at times. Go ahead.
So shall thy sins also be forgiven without praise.
See that? So that your sins will be forgiven to you. Your prayer will be heard on high. Why? Because, like I said, you want to be blameless when it comes to a situation like any situation, but especially when it comes to a situation like that, dealing with your parents. You know what I mean? But it's time. I mean, at times, like I said, it's not to say you can't stand on your words of the Lord or something like that. But you know, like I said, I don't know the details. That's something that you could get counsel about. You know, to where it could be things that's going into detail about what's going on, and we get back to the root of the problem. You know, but just going into that law about honor thy mother, thy father. Right? That's what it said. Nah. You got any other questions, sister? Okay. Ecclesiastes. Yep. So that's Ecclesiastes, right? Lamentations. Yep, Lamentations. That was about Jeremiah. Hosea. Yep, Hosea.
I'm about to start the email.
Obadiah. Obadiah. Habakkuk. Some people say Habakkuk, some people say Habakkuk, right? But either one.
Wait till it gets to hour 30.
Oh, Zephaniah.
Wait till it gets to hour 30.
Zephaniah. Zechariah. Oh, are you talking about the H one? Oh, Haggai. The one in front of it? Yeah, Thessalonians. That's got the first and second book of Thessalonians. All praise to the Most High. All praise. So, all praise to the Most High God. Lord, what do you continue to learn? You understand? You continue to seek out the words of the Lord in these last days. Right? If you ever got any questions, you already know you can come up here, right? Or you can always hit the email, whatever the case may be. Alright? All praise to the Most High. Right? So we're ready to close up, right? Let's go to the book of the Shalawam. Go to back to that in Ezra. We get Ezra chapter 5 and 11. Right, Ezra chapter 5 and 11. What's going on, King? Romans 8 and 28. You want that? What do you want this for? You like that verse? That's cool. I got verses I like too. Go to Romans 8 and 28.
For Romans chapter 8, verse 28.
Bring it out.
And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are the called according to His purpose.
You said what? Right? You know how to love God? He said to those that love God, how you love God? How do you love yourself? Yeah, huh? Nah, you good, we good. That's why we up here. Are you good? Well, let's keep it simple. How do you love God? So if I say, thank God for waking me up and keeping me alive, and then I go commit murder or go, God forbid, rape somebody, am I loving God?
You love God, but God I run the streets, so I go to church. I carry your whole everything.
There's nothing wrong with carrying stuff.
But they don't make you feel like how God works for the good and the bad that you do. All right? Would you say that? Why would you say that?
Because, like I said earlier, somebody wake up in the morning, get on their knees and say, thank you God for waking me up, and then walk out the door and pop their brother, and then go down the street and rape a woman, and you think God love a man like that?
No.
Right. It ain't a but though. I'm not saying he can't forgive you. My point is, somebody that's moving in that spirit, right? For one, that's called a hypocrite.
Right.
For two, that's an unrighteous spirit to move in it. You understand? So my point is, when I say that, this is how you love God. Literally.
1 John chapter 5 and verse 3.
Bring it on.
For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments.
That we keep his commandments.
So loving the Most High is keeping the commandments.
Right, right.
So yeah, you say you go to church. You say you do. I'm not saying this is important, but you do a little this, you do a little that. You going to church on Sunday don't wipe all that clean. Right? So, but the thing you learning the commandments, putting forth and trying to keep the commandments to the best of your ability, that's what the Lord will respect. That's what the Lord will respect. Earlier we had a sister up here, and she said, you know what, I already tried and I'm not going to do it. And then she said she feel like the Lord know her heart, even though she still do it, she knows she loves it. The Lord will respect somebody that's trying not to do something, but falling at that, more than he'll respect somebody that say, oh, I know I'm going to do it anyway, I'm going to just do it every single day. The Lord not going to respect a person like that. He'll respect somebody that's trying. You understand? So, read that again. Read on.
For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
It's not hard. It's not grievous. It's not a burden to keep commandments.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's not a burden to wear fringes. You see what I'm saying? You could have put white fringes around that jersey. Right. You feel me? Or black it out.
Right.
That's just swag it out. It's not grievous. It's not hard. You see what I'm saying? It's not hard to keep the Sabbath day. You see what I'm saying? This society makes it like that. But in general, it's not hard to keep the Shabbat. Right? It's not hard, you understand, to do a lot of different things. Or I wouldn't even say hard. I'll say grievous. Right? It's not a grievous thing to want to stop smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you benefit your body by stopping. Right? And many other different things. But the point is, so in order to love God, you got to keep the commandments. Because even Christ himself, right, you do that in the book of John chapter 14 and 15 about himself. John 14 and 15.
The book of St. John, chapter 14, verse number 15, it reads, if ye love me,
Christ said, he said, if you love me, go ahead.
keep my commandments.
Keep my commandments. You love the Lord, right? You love the Most High. You love who the world calls Christ. And you got to keep the commandments to the best of your ability, King. And you can do it. You see what I'm saying? That's how you really show your love towards somebody. The word love is an action word. It's a verb. You can tell, I don't know if you got a woman or not, but if you do, you can tell her you love her all day. Or, matter of fact, I'm going to reverse it. If your woman told you she loved you every day she woke up in the morning, and then after she got done telling you she loves you, right, love your feet, you feel me, cook you some breakfast, and then walked out the crib, and then went over another man's house and started doing God knows what, does she love you? Exactly, that's the set. But why is it different? You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you show and profess your love through the actions, right? Not your words. Now you can give praise. Ain't nothing wrong with giving praise and honor to the Most High God. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, hey, your actions is what's weighty, right? And that's what we want to hold nigh unto us. You see what I'm saying? Right? Because a man's actions show what he really is. A man can say he's the fastest man in the world. If he go out there and run the 100-yard dash, and then he loses, is he the fastest man in the world? Why? Because the actions show that he wasn't. Right? So at the end of the day, folks, you got to start keeping these commandments to the best of your ability. Right? And we got to get out of this mind frame about, yeah, I go to church, I do this and that, but I still go to church. Nah, it got to be, I don't do these different things no more. I'm trying to cut these things off from doing them, and I still serve the Lord. You understand? And the church is not, that's the Lord never told anybody to go to church. Right? You the church, brother. Right? We have the church right now. Right? So do you know who you are according to the Bible? Let's do it on the 28:68 real quick.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse number 68. And it reads thus, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
That word Egypt straight up means bondage or slavery. See what I'm saying, Rick?
Again, with ships.
What people went into slavery on ships? You know, brother. You're a smart brother. I said, what people went into slavery on ships? Like, what people, how did we get to America? Right, that's what I'm talking about. Right. No, you good, you good. I'm just trying to say it in a different way. You good, you good. Right, so it said, read that again.
Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Right, so I asked you what people went into slavery on ships. Obviously, you know that we went into slavery on ships. This is Moses talking to the Israelites. And he told the Israelites, hey, you're going to go into slavery via slave ships. You understand? And that happened to us. So if that happened to the Israelites, right, or so like if Moses told the Israelites that would happen to them, and that happened to our ancestors, that we come from them, that will make us the Israelites, right? So far, this got to be talking about who? Right, it can't be talking about the so-called white man. They ain't going to slavery on shit. They was driving a damn boat. Right, Reed?
And the wayward of I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
To your who?
Unto your enemies.
What did God call the people that took us into slavery? Read that again. I got you.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Who was you sold to? Who were the enemies? There you have it. Right? That's in the Bible. Read.
For bondmen,
Bondmen, slave men,
and bondwomen,
slave women,
no man shall buy you.
we are redeemed. Because we still in the land when we were taken captive. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, the point is, we know that we the Israelites, God chose the people based off of the curses in the Bible. Right? That we fit. And that happened to us. Nobody else, the Arab man can't say that that happened to them. The East Indian man can't say that that happened to them. All these other nations can't say that that happened to them. But the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans can. You see what I'm saying? So the point is, but you God's chosen people. You're a king on the earth. You see what I'm saying? So as kings, God's on the earth, and God's chosen people, that's what we got to do. We got to act like it. How do we act like it? By keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. That's how you walk as a royalty. That's how you walk as a king. You see what I'm saying? A king not going to be out here doing God knows what. Nah, a king, he carry himself a certain type of way. You understand? Because you royalty. Right? And as royalty, we got to keep these laws and commandments. So can I get you one commandment real quick? All right, bet. Uh-oh. All right, go to Leviticus.
No!
Chapter 11 or something.
Book of Leviticus chapter 11, verse number 7.
No.
And the swine.
All right, what is swine? You know what swine is, brother. Pork, pig, really?
Though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud.
Pigs don't properly digest their food, right? They don't have a proper amount of stomachs, and they don't have enough sweat glands to detox themselves from all the toxins that's within their body. You see what I'm saying? So like us, we naturally sweat. You could be laying down in bed and your body, like the skin moist, or it's visceral. You see what I'm saying?
Yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you.
God said pork is unclean to us as a people, read.
Of their flesh shall ye not eat.
What?
Of their flesh shall ye not eat.
God said we can't eat pork. That's the sin of us, because you're a king, brother. You're a God on the earth. Right? A pig is filthy. Right? So as a king, you can't associate yourself with something that's filthy and as abominable as a pig and put it in your system. Right? Don't they say you want what you eat? You ain't no pig, brother. We call them both the pigs. You get what I'm saying? But you not. You a king, brother. So as a king, kings watch what they eat. Kings not gonna put stuff in their body like weed or like pork and destroy their temples. But instead, hey, they gonna take care of their temples. You understand? They gonna do what the words of the Lord said. Right? So would you be willing to work on and stop eating pork? All praise to the Most. You don't eat pork, brother. Okay, all praise to the Most High. Keep reading. You eat seafood? No seafood? You don't eat shrimp, crab, lobster? The chicken? All praise to the Most High. All praise. Right? If you ever did want to eat seafood, yeah, some of them, yeah, like that shrimp, crab, lobster, yeah, you're right on there. So if you ever do want to eat seafood, you gotta have fins with scales. So like bass, salmon, bluegill, you eat that type of fish, right? But the stuff that don't got fins and scales, you can't eat it. That makes sense? All praises, right? Go to, you got some? Oh, no, he already know, he don't eat it. Yeah, he don't eat it. Go to the book of Leviticus chapter 19. Verse 17.
Book of Leviticus chapter 19 and verse number 17.
Go to 26.
verse 26. Ye shall not eat anything with the blood.
You steak. Nah, that's cool. Nah, that's cool. You can eat steak. Steak is good. Steak good. How you eat your steak, though? Cut it up off ribs, right? It gotta be like that. We ain't eating that shit. Got the blood, medium rare, and all that. He said it's over.
You shall not eat anything with the blood, neither shall you use enchantment.
What's your son? You answer too fast, brother. Answer too fast. Right, we can't dabble in zodiac signs and stuff. Because at the end of the day, that don't define who you are for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, they will call me an Aquarius, right? The attributes of that don't define me, right? And don't fit. You know what I'm saying? So we can't get into those different things, right? And you trying to tell the signs and the times, etc., right? You know?
Thou shalt not, neither shall you use enchantment nor for time. Ye shall not round the corners of your head, neither shalt thou hard the corners of thy beard.
Right, when it says round the corners of your head, it's talking about shaving your head bald. Obviously, you don't got that problem. If that hairline starts to get pushed back a little bit, you gotta deal with it. Alright, don't get the Michael Jordan, brother. Alright, don't want nobody palming the back of your head. Right, don't look good. Read.
Ye shall not make any cleansing or
Like it, right? It says or the quarter of thy beard. You don't have that problem. You already got a beard, right? You didn't even know that this is a commandment, but it's a commandment to have a beard, right? You already got it, but you already got one. How you tell the difference between the male line and the female line? The man. You know what I'm saying? You're a lion, brother. You're a king, right? You gotta have that beard. So never cut your beard off, all right, brother? Alright, buddy, you learned something though, alright, brother? Yeah. You ain't get a flyer yet? Here we go, King. So, all praise to the Most High. Nah, that's good. We love that. Nah, we love that, brother. It's all love, King. Be safe while you out here, brother, alright? All praise, right? Go back to that Nezra.
chapter 5, verse 11. No! And thus they returned us answer, saying, we are the servants of the God.
We are what?
We are the servants of the God.
We are the what?
We are the servants of the God of heaven and earth.
What?
Of heaven and earth. And built the house that was built in these many years ago. Which a great king of Israel.
To what?
Which a great king of Israel.
To what?
Which a great king of Israel.
Hey, back then it was King Solomon, man. Hey, right now in modern day 2024, right, guess who it is? This year Howard Shah, man. Right, he's getting together and gathering together and building that temple in the last days, and through the spirit and the power of the Most High God, hey, we the servants helping that temple get built. With that, come yourself.
Come yourself.
Come yourself.
Come yourself.
Come yourself.
Come yourself.